Hey everybody, I just got off the golf course filming some really cool content for my new subscription website. But this video on bunker play, I really thought I needed to get out soon. I wanted you all to see how the pros are doing this. So I hope you really enjoy this video. If you do, please like and subscribe to this channel and look for updates on milolionsgolf.com. So I'm out here today with Dana Finkelstein and Henry Fall. Both of them are pretty good. Dana's an LPGA Tour player. Henry is another professional, like myself, and a college coach, right?
Yep.
Sweet. And today we're talking short game. We've already done a little chipping and pitching. We're in the bunker now, and we're going to talk a little bit about how Henry does things. Then I'll chime in, and Dana can chime in. We'll just talk about how we go about hitting bunker shots. So Henry, here we've got a pretty routine. This is a normal bunker shot. You're kind of up in the front of the bunker, slightly on the upslope. How do you go about this? What's your process?
Yeah, so first thing for me is assessing the lie, coming into the sand trap and kind of feeling it out with my feet. I do like to dig my feet in a fair amount with these greenside bunker shots.
Okay.
Gets my my low point a little bit underneath the ball.
Okay.
Because we want to strike sand here, we don't want to strike ball first. So yeah, it gets me a little bit beneath the sand. So for me, I'm feeling it's a little bit softer. Assessing the lie. All right, I'm going to open this face up, and as I'm digging in, my handle is pretty low. You're going to notice that as well.
Okay. Now, what would you do? What would you do if you start digging in and you feel that you're on firm sand?
Yeah, if it's a little bit firm, I'll probably get my weight even a little bit more to the lead side.
Okay.
I might not open the face quite as much because now I'm effectively going to bounce it right off the sand. I need to dig a little bit more in that case.
Yeah. So you've got to create a little bit more of a digging action. So you're going to get left. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
But you know, this one being that it's a little bit of an upslope, a little softer, I'm going to get my weight pretty level, maybe a little left. Dig in, face open, handle down, and I'm just going to, come in underneath the ball.
Okay, let's see you hit one.
That's a little hot.
Well, yeah.
Spinny.
Yeah, it landed soft over there. A little long. Not bad.
It's high.
Yeah, it was real high and a lot of spin. So do you generally fly your bunker shots to your target, or do you fly them and let them chase a little bit?
Yeah, that one was clearly a little bit too much, but I'd probably, like this shot here, maybe land it 10 feet short or so, and a couple hops, and for this shot it's going to spin a little bit more. I mean, I could make it run out a little bit, but
if you wanted to make it run, how would you do it?
If I wanted to make it run, I might have the face maybe not quite as much open and just take a little bit more sand. I like that.
Ah, perfect.
So that could simplify it for you. That was pretty good right there.
I think that's the one you should use.
Okay. See, Milo's coaching me right now. I'll do that one again.
I'm just tricking you into hitting the right shot.
There you go.
That's the one you should hit. When you have all that green to work with, play with it. Don't fly it over there. Sweet.
So yeah, but getting in here, handle a little low. If it was a little closer to us, then I would go back to that other method. Face pretty open. I'm not going to aim way left because I really don't need to. I don't want to cut across it too much.
Why not?
Well, for me, like the idea of the hosel coming into the ball way before the toe, like that's a little sketchy. And that swipey motion, it's just your path's getting more left. It's just
you have to be super precise with your entry point if you do that right.
Right. So if anything, like if I had to just barely get it over this ridge right here and the pin was really close to me, I might have a little more of a closed stance and get even lower so that face is pointing back behind me. And then come in, still pretty square on or even a little into out to create that, see how quickly that went up in the air. That was pretty soft. I just think when you cut across it, the margin for error, it's really tough to judge that. You see how high and soft that is.
Yeah, that I agree with. So I don't really like a bunker shot with a lot of cut. To me, I rather hit my bunker shots with almost what feels like a draw action, a little draw release.
And Tiger's talked about that a lot recently, and you know, because if you were in here to kind of toss a ball, you know, out of the bunker, it'd be kind of like that. Like your hand would be moving this way, it wouldn't be cutting across it.
Exactly. Cool. Dana, how do you do it? Let's hear a little bit of your idea.
Here.
Let's let the pro do her job.
Watch out for my feet marks.
You might fall in. Holy cow.
Sinkhole.
So how do you hit it? Like if you're hitting a regular bunker shot, how do you go about it? You hit it kind of like Henry? Do you set up with and hit little draws, or what do you do?
Yeah, little draws. So regular bunker shot. I'm going to sit up pretty neutral. Dig into the sand a little bit. Club face open, handle low. Ball position pretty, not crazy forward, but forward. Weight a little forward. And then just kind of feel like you're hitting a draw out towards the pin.
Beautiful.
And even kind of draws a little bit.
Yeah, it even almost has a little draw in the air.
Yeah.
So why do you like to hit that little draw shot? You know, for my whole life in the golf world, which is about 20 years now, most of what I heard is you line up feet left, cut across the golf ball with the open face.
Yeah, I was originally taught that way also. I think it can work. Like, I don't, like, there's obviously been successful bunker players that do it. I just don't think it's as consistent. It's hard to control the low point and the way the club is coming into the sand. You kind of bring in that S word a little bit sometimes if you know, pull down on a little bit. I just think it's a lot safer and more consistent when you're just kind of hitting a draw feel with it. And I'm pretty sure you get more spin when you hit a draw off a wedge versus cutting it. So those are all positives.
I agree.
One more?
Yeah, let's see one more. Beautiful.
So Milo, if I could add one thing here that your viewers can watch with, point out that Dana was doing, and if you don't mind doing it, is setting up the club behind the ball and putting a little indentation in the sand. So one thing that Sevi used to do is he actually put that hosel down in the sand when he was playing practice rounds or when he practiced at home. And that got him feeling that the hosel here was going low underneath the ball versus kind of standing up and getting close to that S word that Dana brought up.
So he's trying to return the hosel back into the sand, right?
Yeah, and the handle stayed nice and low.
And the handle's down.
And you notice that Dana does that too when she's practicing. So for our viewers at home, like, you know, if you're out playing and it's not a tournament, you're not playing for a $5 Nassau, like, drop that club an inch behind the sand, make a nice little indentation, and return the club to it.
Yeah, when I'm practicing hitting bunker shots, I'll step in here and I'll just set the club like that.
Yeah.
And now my goal is I just want to whack that sand somewhere between that line I just made on the ground and the ball.
Right, that's perfect.
Cool. So the trend we see with almost all pros these days is you see less of them playing their bunker shots like this, right? Yeah, I don't see or hear many of them talk about hitting a bunker shot out of a really open stance and with this cut across motion. Yeah. And the reason I think that they've gone away from it is it's too finicky. If I get a little bit steep and enter the sand, I can go right under that ball and fluff it. And you see that. Where when you're making more of that draw type pattern, it's pretty hard to hit a really bad miss hit, right?
A little more shallow. And
yeah, it's more shallow. You compress the sand better so that you push the sand out a little bit more towards your target instead of having it go over there and putting side spin on the ball.
And even the guys and the women on TV that do open up their stance, if you watch the path of their club, it's still out towards the target. It's not really cutting across as much as it used to.
No, you don't see them cutting that way much.
Yeah. They might open their stance a little, but their path is still more out towards the target.
But I see more players playing their bunker shots out of a stance that looks kind of like this. Right foot kind of dropped back and the handle really low. Yeah. That's kind of the way that I like to play them as well. And if you've had a bunker lesson with me, that's probably what you'll find.
We call that saucy.
That wasn't bad, right?
Pretty good.
So when you close your stance, you drop that right foot back, doesn't that make the face point way right?
Not if I lower the handle.
So tell us more about that. If you lower the handle, what is that effectively doing to the face?
So, effectively, the way that the loft works on the face, if I'd start dropping the handle, now you can see that loft is aimed back here behind me. So by closing myself up and opening the stance, I'm basically creating a face that's pointing straight up. Instead of, if I kept the handle high and opened the face up, now the face is aimed at you, which would mean I need to cut across it. But if I open the face and I drop the handle about the same amount I'm opening the face, I can keep the loft aimed at the target.
So you're almost saying like your lower body's pointed way out to the right, maybe 30 yards right of this flag.
Yeah,
You're saying that the face and the path is going to still be out towards the target.
A lot of these shots, I feel like I'm hitting the ball over my left shoulder. So I feel like I hit it and the ball goes over my left shoulder. It's kind of a weird sensation, but that's what I feel in the bunker. And you can see that ball leaves not in line with where I'm aimed. I'm aimed out there, and that ball shot out right toward the flag.
I like that.
Cool. Well, I think that covers pretty much everything in the bunker.
I know you liked this video, and there's going to be many more just like it on my new subscription site, milolionsgolf.com. Come on over and join me. I hope I can help you in your journey to better golf.